From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Yellow. Exit. On three. Motion. Check 15. Hero 15. You got tight.
Mahomes now on first down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Check 37. Hey, Ribley. 36 to Hero 15. Hey, let's go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing is Mahomes on third, eluding the pressure right. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
48 to Mike. Watch the run. 15. Slam. SOS. Attack. SOS. Watch the twins. Bang.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Rush in. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Mike 48. Come to my work. Hey, 43, 15. 15. Watch the whip. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the Yellow. He's coming. 15. He's coming. Double up. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert 3. Check 13.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. He'll try and run it, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I'm too strong. Too big for you.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the edge. Watch the motion. Watch the motion.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Switch. He's yellow. He's checking. Crash. Jim. Let's go. Check 43.
Dances by him. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
He was brought down by Brandon Carr. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Ravens nothing.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Tight dog. Check 31. Shift. Watch this. 15. Check 3. Switch.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, let's get small. 48 Mike. Yellow. That's the turnover. Check safety. Deuce. Color. Check. Crunch.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. Evaporate and quickly. So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Yellow, I got blue lady. Cut.
On the ground, this is Williams. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it'll bring up third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now he's going to let it go deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Shift. Slam. 57 color. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 25, check 25.
Mahomes will try again on second down, eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and now it's third down.
Yellow, Argo Blue Lady, 15. Mike 36, Mike 36. Check. Check nickel. Hey, Sunday. 6 guys, check 6. Hey, yellow, go gun. Back.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down.
Check 49, check 43, 43. Hey, check 20, 15. Check. Big edge. Go.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. And this is caught. That's Watkins. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's go. Here we go. Hold on these two. Switch gears. Shift. Alert flare. Something yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 17-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
We got 4. Check. Yellow. Under 10. 10. Attack. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He wants it all. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. Mike, 36.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes with those. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go down at the 28. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Yellow. Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Yellow. All right, go, Lou, lady. Yellow. Rip left, rip left. Motion, motion, motion.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a first down.
Yellow. I'm going, 80. 36. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Check 52. Check 24. Check 24.
On second and goal, Mahomes flushed out right. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 48. Mike 48. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the leg. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Chiefs 49, Ravens nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
To throw is Jackson from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bandit. I don't need to. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Check. Shift. Yellow. Shift. Hey, watch edge. Check three. Check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 34 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
The score, Chiefs 56, Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, Chiefs 56.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Roberts has it. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Hatchet.
4th down. Here's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Come on, QB, come on. Check 99.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
54. Mike 54. Time to go. Night, night. Slam, slam, slam on.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Chris Jones, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
They can't hang with us.
Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Kill, kill, kill. Sweet.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow, yellow. There's a line. 36. Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, 57, 57.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Room here to run. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Hitchens, his second sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. On fourth down, Jackson. And an alley to run. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Arjawani! 57's the mic. Watch 57. All day, baby. All day. All day. Check 3. Easy. Check 50. Check 50. Hey, rip lift. You got tight. Right side.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Bynes. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
Let's go, fellas.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.